No! You're supposed to wait till after I fire to hit it, okay? Jeez. Okay. Remember, wait till after I fire. You gotta wait till after I fire. People have got to believe I'm shooting at like extreme distance here, okay? I swear. Okay. Now I'm going to fire on the count of 3, starting 1, 2. No, you gotta wait a little longer. Sound takes a while to travel, okay? Any time now, come on. That's it. You're fired. By now you've seen me. I've done some shooting and I've worn different belts. I've talked about some of my EDC. And so let's talk about different type of belts that I think everyone should have. Of course, we got my cool little battle belt here. I carry 2 magazines on them. Use whatever magazine holder you have. These are currently USGI Tacos. These are from Arbor Arms for my pistol mags. The belt is from Lead Devil. I believe the founder of that company, he is a former LAPD SWAT. I have a T-Rex Arms tourniquet holder with a tourniquet, cat tourniquet. Got a Safariland, whatever model it is. It's got the automatic locking. It's got the hood. I like having the hood there, mainly if I were to have to do some type of security. Like back during the Summer of Love 2020, I was asked by a group of my friends, we were asked to kind of provide security from some stores. And when we had people surrounding us, I liked the idea of having the hood there, just a little extra security so someone couldn't grab my pistol. So that's why I keep the hood. I have a water bottle thing from Arbor Arms. I can put my Nalgene in here. I also have a dump pouch from Blue Force Gear. And I have this is from Essie, it's the Hungalas. I like it as a knife. It's probably kind of useless to have there, but it's kind of cool at the same time. The inner belt that I use is from Arbor Arms, and it's got the little G hook here. Of course, it's hook and loop, but you also can put some zip ties in here, and so I keep zip ties in here. It kind of makes it a little stiffer. You can actually use this belt as a regular EDC belt, which I have sometimes. You know, it's nothing that you want to tuck your shirt in and let everyone see, but it's kind of nice. If I had that on, if I had to grab my battle belt real quick, I can just throw it on and I'm ready to go. So that's basic belt I have there. And actually, let's model it for you. Oh, hey, I want to take time to remind you to subscribe, turn on notifications, like, comment, and share this video. Yeah. Have you subscribed yet? Just thought I'd remind you again. Yeah. Okay, so what we're seeing, as we saw in some previous videos, this is my battle belt. Wearing it now. I got the inner belt on, got the outer belt on, got my pig gloves, dump pouch right here. I can just pull it. I can have it right here. I'm actually thinking about changing out these pouches. I've been looking at the Arbor Arms ones. They make kind of a taco one that can, I can fit my 308 or my 5.56 or AK mags. Then it's got a dump pouch right here. I kind of like having dump pouches because not just for putting magazines in. To me, it's useful for in a survival scenario. I could see something, I want to pick it up, but I don't want to take off my backpack to put it in or take off anything. I just want to grab it and throw it in so I can throw it in a dump pouch. That to me is one of the useful things about a dump pouch is I can put other stuff in it, and I have. If you go back to the old Magpul Dynamics, Art of the Carbine or something, you got the dump pouch there and you reach in and grab your Twinkies. You can put food in there if you want. And of course I got this here so I can put my Nalgene bottle in it. I always want to have my water with me. So when I'm training, to tell you the truth, I train with this belt probably second amount of time, the way it's set up, or my third most training. Most of the time I'm training from my appendix carry, and then I move to wearing my regular everyday carry belt, but with my outside the waistband holster, because that's how I'm going to be wearing my suit. Or if I'm just wearing outside the waistband because I feel ornery and want to open carry. This is when I really want to feel ornery and want to open carry. So that's kind of the order I train in these things. I train in my basic concealed carry. I train that the most, which we're going to show. And then I train outside the waistband with my concealed carry belt, and then I train in this. So let's just do a quick hit that. So yeah, that's how I train. I train, I don't typically put the hood on. Sometimes I do train where I got to disengage the hood and then disengage the automatic locking system on the Safariland, which to me, these are the gold standard for an open carry rig. I've heard about the alien holsters, never tried them. I'm kind of the one that if it really looks like it's truly innovative beyond where it's taking a big leap past this, then I'll probably go buy it. I haven't seen a lot of reviews or anything. Again, one of the purposes here is I'm not going to do reviews. I want to get men and boys to want to be better men and men to be better. I want to be better. I want to be a better man. And by doing this, I'm hoping to better myself and hopefully inspire others to want to be better. So let's do this again. If you notice, I do have this retention, hook and loop retention on my mags. Now, the reason I put that there is like if I'm hiking or something, I'm going to have the retention on because when you're hiking, you're using your senses and you may not be paying attention all the time to making sure this stuff stays on you. I also like having that retention there I have worn this rig when I've done whitewater rafting and stuff. And that's one of the reasons I also like the hood there. Extra retention. I don't want my stuff to go sit in the bottom of a river, especially whitewater rafting river, where I'd have to go dive and it wouldn't be fun. So that's one of the reasons. But if I'm doing training and stuff, I do train to release that. It slows me down a bit. But for the most part, I'll keep it like that. Like if I was patrolling, or when I've done, when I was helping out with some friends doing some static security back during the Summer of Love. Now I'm not military. I just train quite a bit. I was asked by some friends who were military. One of them did stuff in a certain battalion in SOCOM in the Army. Another one did something with some groups in the Army. I don't want to oust them, but that's what they did. And they asked me to come along because I've trained with them, and they knew I could handle myself decently well if it need be. And so that's what this is how I had it when people came around. Typically, if there were no one around, the hood wasn't down, hood wasn't up. But when I saw groups of people, because summer of love, you got to burn down your city. If I saw those people, I would put the hood up because, again, I had my rifle and I had my plate carrier on. But I didn't ever cover this. I always kept that in case I had to. But again, trained to move that hood out of the way like this. Got the hood up. Not that hard. It's kind of intuitive. That's why I like the Fartherland. So let's do one where I got to remove the hood. So let's try that again. I could be faster. Again, that's why we train. That's why I do recommend everyone get a shot timer. This is a Pocket Pro 2. Got it off Amazon. It's worked really well. Some people use the other ones, Impact. So yeah, I recommend everyone use a timer. This is just a Pocket Pro 2. I got it off Amazon. Been my trusty timer. I know some people use the Impact timers. Doesn't really matter. They all work. Some are more durable than others. Some probably use batteries better than others. Who knows? So some of you may be wondering, does he dry fire? I do try and dry fire. Typically once a week I try and dry fire, try and get out to the range on my own for my personal training about once a month. Not always good about it. Things come up. Again, I'm just an accountant and I'm a father with 5 kids and I got a wife. So other things, priority is training, but also other priorities, soccer games, track meets, recitals, going out on dates with my wife, which you need to be doing. So I do dry fire. I dry fire in this rig, dry fire in my concealed carry, dry fire if I'm wearing a suit, dry fire if I'm just regular everyday carry. I dry fire using that if I was working out. Okay, so we're back, and I've changed out of wearing that belt. I'm still don't know if I want to keep the hungless here. I might get rid of it because when I've sat in my vehicle, it just kind of sits there and it digs into the seat. I like having a knife, so I'm kind of looking at different knives. I want to hook a regiment blade, which of course I always carry right here. Oh, I actually don't have it on me, but it's right there on the back of the tailgate over there. But I'm thinking about putting a regiment blade somewhere on there because regiment blades are kind of nice blades to have. So moving on, these are actually some of my new belts that I really like. As you know, I've talked about how my typical EDC was from Aries gear. It's the Aegis or however you want to pronounce it. But this is their Gen 2, it's the nylon. And I've worn these forever. I mean, I've probably worn them ever since they came out. It's kind of infinitely adjustable, and I like that. But they've been really stiff, which is really good if you're putting a lot of weight on it. But at the same time, kind of uncomfortable. But I've worn this belt right here, and as you can see, I'm wearing another one right here because I got these 2 belts out here, and my shirt's unbuttoned. But let's button that up real quick. But as you can see, I got the other one right here. This is the aluminum buckle, so this is the Gen 1, this is the Gen 2, I believe, which is the nylon. And they're great belts. I wouldn't hesitate whenever to ever recommend. I wouldn't hesitate recommending these belts for anyone, for everyone. I mean, they're great belts. Problem is they they are nylon, so they don't look. If you're wearing a suit, which I always wore these with suits. It's not the classiest looking, but it's black, and I wear dark suits, so it doesn't really matter too much. But I've really taken a shine to these Core Essential belts, and these are the leather ones. They're concealed carry, so they're not meant to hold a lot of weight. They hold the gun pretty well, and they hold some ammo, a spare magazine, and a knife, and maybe even a rifle mag, and they do a pretty good job. I really like them. They're really comfortable to wear. They got some flexibility to them, and the leather is just super nice. It looks nice. This is the bigger belt buckle. This is the Western one, American flag, because America, we are the greatest nation on earth, so just deal with it. And there are some other great nations too, but America, I am an American. So they're great belts. I really love them. They have pretty good adjustability. You buy them in one length, and before you attach the buckle, you just have little lines right here for 33 inches, 34, 35. I have, for frame of reference, I'm currently almost 6 feet, 5'11"-ish, somewhere in there. Kind of varies on day, I guess. And I typically fluctuate between 185, 190. Some of my previous videos I was 195. I've been putting a lot more effort into eating well and exercising a lot more, so I've dropped down. Currently, as of this morning, I was 185. So I cut this at 35. It recommends if you have a 34-inch waist, which I do, to cut it at 36. I thought 36, I had a lot of extra there, so I cut it at 35. And then you cut it, you feed it in here, you cinch it down, and it has little kind of studs that you screw into the leather. It's really lock solid. And it's got this little ratcheting, which I believe is 1/8 inch. So, you know, had a good breakfast or good dinner, you got to loosen it up. You just hit the little tab right here and it comes loose, and just can do 1, 2, or all the way. But I really love the leather. I love the way it looks. I love the belt buckle for this American flag. This is not my dress one. This has basically become my everyday carry. This is what I'm not wearing. I'm wearing my old Aegis Aries gear right now because I got to show you this. But this is the one I've been wearing every day for about the past month and a half, and I really love this. This is just a great, I love the leather. I really love leather. It's just super comfortable. And I love the ratcheting, and to take it on and off is a bit easier. And it looks really good when it does, when my shirts come up and people see it, they're like, oh, it's just leather as opposed to just nylon. This is more my dress one. This is different belt buckles you can see right here. But this is the one I would wear with my suit, or when I'm tucking it, or just kind of dressing it up a little, or if I just want to wear it every day. It's black with the black kind of nicer looking buckle, not the big American flag buckle. So this would be more of I'm wearing it with a suit. The Core Essentials, they're great belts. I really recommend them. I recommend the Aries gear too, but I really love these Core Essential belts. They make different belts too. These are the concealed carry, so they're not meant to hold a lot of weight on them. Again, you know, pistol mag, maybe even a rifle mag right here, maybe one of my belt attachable Blue Force gear dump pouch if I wanted to keep that there just for emergency purposes. But they make duty belts like this with Molly that can hold like 20 pounds. They make they really have some for executive for protection details that can hold the weight, but they have the look of leather. I don't believe they're leather. I believe they call it Armor Tech. It's probably kind of a faux leather, but it's a lot stiffer from what I understand. And it's meant to look good with a suit, but be able to carry a lot more gear, which if you're doing executive protection, I imagine you do. You got to carry not only your pistol, spare mag, maybe 2 spare mags, maybe even a rifle mag, but probably also a radio, handcuffs, zip ties, what have you, probably some medical. And it's got to look nice because you're wearing a suit, you're executive protection. You know, so I imagine it's probably something, I won't say Secret Service because some of them are good, some of them are bad, as we saw with our recent attempt on one of their protectees' lives. But I imagine they probably use those, or any professional bodyguard uses those. Probably people in contracting world that do executive protection or use them too. But they're great belts. I recommend them highly. If you want to reach out, I'll endorse you guys all day long. I love this belt. I really do. Okay, so now we've got my basic everyday concealed carry rig. Got the nice big belt buckle right here on the side. I offshoot it, so I don't have a lot of bulk right here. Because again, I'm carrying appendix, so I put my clips here, and if I had the buckle right here, it kind of adds more bulk right there. I'm gonna try and avoid that so people can't really notice. At least I can notice when I put the buckle there, so I offshoot it to the side. One thing I wish these core essentials belt buckles, if I could flip them around so it could be over here. I kind of like it over here a little better. I don't know why, just do. But it's kind of cool right here, especially with this belt buckle. You know, I can just put my fingers right there and, you know, got the American flag showing off. So how I'm training with this, again, I also do it dry fire, where I make sure the weapon's unloaded. I move all live ammo to another part of the house. I use empty magazines, and that's how. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, as we can see. Now, one thing you may notice when I reholster for appendix, I look down because I'm carrying appendix and I'm putting a loaded weapon in my pants, in the front of my pants, and I move the holster so it's pointed out a little. So as you can see, the muzzle is pointed out that way. It's not pointed straight at my you know what, and it's not pointed at my femoral artery. Maybe I don't have to do that. I should be more confident, but I want to take the precaution. I don't want to be shooting myself in the femoral artery or in my other piece of precious material down there. So I just take the precaution. Some people do, some people don't. You'll hear everyone's philosophy. I don't care about their philosophy on it. I've been carrying concealed for, well, let's see here. I'm in my mid-40s. I've been doing it since I was 21 years old. I've been carrying appendix probably now for 15 years, no, maybe 13 years. And I've been doing it this way, and I haven't had an ND or a discharge doing that, and I want to keep it that way. So again, another belt I have here, this is from Black Scout. Yeah, and I don't think he makes these anymore, but it's got the Cobra buckle, got the D-ring there, so you could repel with it, I guess. I bought this one. I really liked it too. It kind of runs in the same thing as this. They're, you know, it's that stiff Caldera nylon, and they're great belts. It's got hidden pockets back here, so you can put stuff to help you escape and survive, or money. I actually, when I wear this, I typically wearing it with my shorts. When I wear shorts, you know, summertime, like or doing water stuff, this is the belt I'll wear, because then I can also latch stuff onto it, especially if I'm doing water stuff. I can latch stuff onto that D-ring and make sure it doesn't, I don't have to go diving later to find the equipment, but I could also stick some spare money in here or identification. Another belt I have, and this belt, the whole reason I bought this belt was for running. I tell you the truth, I hate running with a passion that I don't think anyone can ever truly comprehend, but I do it because I should do it. I can lift weights, I can pound down push-ups, pull-ups, lunges, jump rope. I can do all that stuff all day and not be sick of it, but I really hate running. And I've heard runners tell me, oh, you just got to make it past mile 5, and then it's great. And you know what? I ran 10 miles, and I hated every foot of it. I just have. I'm sorry to the runners out there. I'm sorry. I do it because I should do it, not because I like to do it. I don't feel good afterwards. I mean, I do feel good in the fact that I did it and I'm staying healthy, but I really hate running. But that's the whole reason I got this belt, is so I could carry my Glock 19 right here, spare magazine. I can put my phone in here, put my earbuds in. I can carry my wallet right here. I could even put a rifle magazine if they're in there once. I do put a tourniquet in here. I always try and keep a tourniquet on me, as I may have or may not have already shown you. I keep one right here wrapped around my ankle, not tight, just kind of loose, wrapped in on itself. And I keep my tourniquet there on my right leg. I fluctuate sometimes the left leg, but it always seems to end up on my right leg. But when I'm running, I'm typically in shorts in a t-shirt, and I want to have my be prepared. So I put a tourniquet in there. This is the Unity clutch belt. Great belts. In fact, sometimes when I've been in bed and I've had to go pick up a kid from like a sporting event or a friend's house, and I don't want to put, you know, I'm in my pajamas. I don't want to put on my pants. Don't want to put on my shirt. You know, I'm just going to put on my chacos and wear my pajama pants and a t-shirt. So I just grab this, throw my pistol in here, throw my wallet, my keys, and my phone, and just wrap it around. It's super easy. You know, it's got hook and loop right here. There you go. When I'm running, I'll throw my shirt. It's not over my shirt like this. I'll throw my shirt. So, you know, it's kind of concealed, but somebody knows what they're looking for and is going to see it. But I love this belt for that purpose. I use it for working out too. If I'm lifting weights or something, I can just unzap it, hang it right there, and I still got my pistol within arm's reach. Hit it. Yeah, now. Hit it again. Now hit it a whole bunch.